in the subject quality control and standardization of herbals, right? QCSH, that is your in your 4-1 this subject is there. So here, since it is elective subject, the lot of confusions it is there among the students that how to study, what kind of questions is going to come, and if that kind of question it is there, so how to answer, and what kind of answer it will be fulfilling that particular question. So let us discuss unit wise that what is the type of questions we can expect from JNTU Hyderabad. So let us discuss one by one. So when we are talking about the unit one, in unit one, the basic test for drug it is there. So during the classes we discussed that different pharmaceutical substances, that is the pure drug. Right? Let me when I say pharmaceutical substances, that is pure drug, and second one medicinal plant materials, that is crude drug. Okay, and pharmaceutical dosage form means any drug, it may be synthetic, semi synthetic, or natural, if it is there in any suitable dosage form, tablet, capsule, or any solid liquid, or right. So that kind of thing, how we are going to taste. So in that we have seen so many example: amikacin sulfate, vincristine, vinblastine, ipecac, senna, and different doses form, tablet, capsule, ointment, liniment, lotion, and all those things. So uh, what is the expected question we can say, since the unit name it is basic test for drugs. So one thing, anywhere definitely they are going to ask what are basic test for drugs, means what do you mean by basic test for drugs, right? That questions definitely it will be there, and the your answer will be in a such way, because if you are preparing, so you need to elaborate, or you have to write the introduction that the basic test of drugs are the test where we can adopt the minimum test to identify the particular drug, dosage form, or plant materials, right? So you have to write in a such a way so that in one paragraph or two paragraph you will be able to tell about what is basic test for drugs, right? And another expectation that describe the basic identity tests for any of the two pharmaceutical substances, right? We have discussed around 12 to 15 pharmaceutical substances which is there into the that WHO guidelines also, right? So any two, let us take the amikacin sulfate, you can take, or methionine, or anything, right? Here basic identity test means generally we used to discuss about the what do you call composition and color reactions, right? uh, the color reactions test or basic minimum test, so that at least two test for two drug or two pharmaceutical substance you can mention here, whichever you remember at that time, right? That's what you should be knowing, at least around 10 drug which you can write down, what are the taste, which kind of chemicals are used, at what quantity, and what kind of color reactions it is giving, right? That is there in the list. So if you are able to know up to that much, you will be able to answer this kind of question. Okay. So here in pharmaceutical substances, there may be the dosage form also, right? So you be careful with that. Second question we can expect that write about composition, description, macroscopic characteristics, color reactions, and a degradation test for any two medicinal plant materials, right? So here I just elaborated generally what JNTU ask is this much description they will not give, right? Especially in the elective types of subjects, what they will tell, write about the basic taste for any two medicinal plant materials, or any two medicinal plant, or any two crude drug, like that. So in that basic test you are going to describe the composition of the medicinal plant, description, it belongs from where, what is the macroscopic color order test, what kind of color reactions if it is alkalite, so anthraquinone glycosides, or what kind of chemicals it is having, and what kind of taste, dragon drop reagent taste, killer Kiliani taste, what taste you can, degradation taste, how much degradation occurred in that particular medicinal plant, how you are going to find out, that you are going to write in this, right? So two generally three things it has given in WHO monograph, that ipecac root, senna leaf, and podophyllum, right? So two three medicinal plants definitely you should know when you are preparing for unit 1. Third question from unit 1 only, write about the basic test for any two pharmaceutical doses form, any two, right? Amikacin injection is there, or you can see go for paracetamol tablet, or any ORS salt, composition A, composition B we discussed, right? So any two taste, suppose if you are having oral rehydration salt for that one, so how you are going to adopt the basic test to confirm that the quality and purity of that particular dosage form, you should know, right? Anyway, 10 more than 10 it has been there in the monograph, and we have discussed also. So two you should remember, that's what everywhere I am selling, two pharmaceutical, two medicinal plant, and two this thing dosage form. So when you are preparing two things from the pharmaceutical substances also, from medicinal plant also, and from the dosage form also, two drug you have to select which is very good example, important example, like amikacin sulfate, it is there in the pharmaceutical substance also, in pharmaceutical dosage form also, right? And senna leaf, it is very popular medicinal plant which is there from the right from the beginning in your cognosy one. So like that you can select and you can prepare strongly these two, remaining you can have idea, because if you are knowing these two remaining thing, if you don't know blank also, you will be able to write something about that. The fourth expected one is the explain different parameters for evaluation of crude drugs, right? Like organoleptic evaluation, physical evaluation, chemical evaluation, microscopical evaluation, morphological evaluation, biological evaluation. So this it was there in the pest and its control also, in cognosy also here. So these parameters you should know how we are color in organoleptic, color, order, taste, shape, and size. In microscopic, histometal index, histometal numbers, vein islet number, vein termination number. In morphological, that how what the morphology, then chemical, drag and drop different test, drag and drop reagent test, bond trigger test, and in biological, that different animal models, that the test for anti-diabetic drug, anti-inflammatory drug, like that, okay? So that you can go through, already for 5 6 video has been uploaded under this one. So coming to the unit 2, what kind of question we can expect, that define GLP, that is GLP is nothing but good laboratory practices, right? Write the objective of GLP and describe its different elements, right? So when everywhere generally objective you should know, right? So here in good laboratory practice, what are the objective, what is, suppose if you don't know about this objective, and you attended the class for GLP, or you have gone through the material for the GLP, you read out, then from there only you should be able to extract the objective. You can design also if you have not completed. Generally objective means aim, intention, what is the intention or motto of the behind that particular organization or practice, that you should know in your this backside. So so that you will be able to write that one, and describe its different elements, like in when we are talking about the good laboratory practice, what are the parameters or factor we are supposed to consider, that you can uh, describe this. If you are prepared well, you can write much about this kind of answer. Even if you have not prepared also, if you know about laboratory practice or about your lab, then also you will be able to write. So that's what my suggestion is, to read out once at least, so that it will be easy. And especially for when you are defining something, you should not insert your own words, right? It should be in the how the definition has been given in manual and other books. Second question we can expect that explain different requirements to follow good manufacturing practice, GMP, right? And why it is required for herbal drug industry, right? So good manufacturing practice and see current good manufacturing practice, two things it is there in your syllabus, right? So as the name indicate, when manufacturing practice, if it will be considered right from the beginning, its location, its water facility, washing facility, the area, the hygiene, and the everything. So that's what, if it is required for normal pharmaceutical industry, of course herbal drug industry also it is going to required, and they also are bother about the quality parameter about the drug, because that drug also it is going to be used for the patient and for the therapeutic purpose. So you should be able to write, because once if you are reading sincerely the good manufacturing practice, let it be for not non herbal industry, then also you will have the basic idea that how you are going to write your answer according to the question. That's what, whenever you are start writing the question answer, you should read twice the question, what exactly the question is asking, right? And in that theme or in that tone you can flow your answer, this thing, right? Third question we can expect from agriculture practice, that is the right WHO guidelines on GACP, good agricultural and collection practice for medicinal plants, right? So different practice it has been mentioned, we have discussed like how the medicinal plant right from the beginning, cultivation of medicinal plants, so many lecture has been taken in that, so you can go through, right? How the soil, rainfall, temperature, altitude, the small thing, irrigation, interculture, harvesting time, collection time, what time the plant is suitable for collection, if it is a carbohydrate or gums, how latex collection, how root collection, how leaf collection, how. So you should write the guidelines which has given by World Health Organization, right? So here don't insert your own guidelines, but if you are reading out the properly the WHO guideline, you will come to know some word here and there, some sentence here and there, it's okay, but don't write your own guidelines which you understood. The flow or the tone should be same how the governing body has given. Coming to the unit 3, since it is a small unit, only two questions we can expect, that discuss the guidelines given by European Medicine Agency on quality of traditional herbal medicinal products, right? Here I written European medicine agencies, right? Generally European guidelines it has given in your syllabus, right? So when you browse in Google European guidelines for herbal drug industry quality parameter, so this agency it is coming out, and this agency only monitoring the European countries guidelines on herbal drug. So European Medicine Agency, what kind of guidelines has been given, that we have discussed already. It is there in the lecture video. You can go through, or you can download out also. And the different guidelines, the different countries of Europe, right? How they are coming together into that particular agency, and how they are designing the guidelines for herbal to improve the herbal medicinal products and all those things. Then second question we can expect, write about the International Council for Harmonization, ICH, right? Explain the quality guidelines on herbal products, right? So ICH it was formed by later on, right, in 1991 onwards. Then so many countries they become the member, and I think Geneva is the main office, right? So what kind of guidelines they have given, how the, what is the harmonization process, how it comes, how the peoples come together and discussing about the quality parameter on the herbal product, so that you are going to write in one flow, right? And you have to highlight that what is the guidelines actually given by the ICH. Then one or two guidelines you can mix up also, which is looking similar in your answer. Coming to the fourth unit, why stability study is important for herbal medicines. Discuss its all parameters in details. So if the questions it will be asked like this little bit tricky like that, so the people those see in every class there will be the different kinds of students. Some people they are they good study, they'll go for, some people average, some are below average. So what happened, many what is your the preparation parameter, that sometime you are preparing for 3 unit and 2 unit completely you are leaving, or you are selecting 1 3 and 5 like that. So in such case, if you are if you are stuck with this kind of question, first you read the question carefully. Why stability study is important for herbal medicines? So your answer should be from because. Why it has been there, the because should be there in your answer. The stability study is important for herbal medicines because these are also the medicines or the drug can be used for therapeutic purpose, and it is also being stored for long time at different stage, in raw material stage, in manufactured stage, in finished dosage form stage. Definitely they are going to compromise their stability. So that's what. So you have to, if you are, the concepts are very clear, uh, you will be able to design your answer on the spot, right? And discuss its all parameters in detail. So stability testing of herbal drugs, if you have studied, you can write all the parameters or whatever the things you know about, that it will cover by this question, the end point of the question. Okay, so like that. Second question, write the role of chromatographic techniques in standardization of herbal products, right? So, of course, when we are standardizing, definitely the chromatography techniques having very major role, right from the TLC, HPLC, HPTLC, GCMS, LCMF, right? So we have discussed about this one, right? How the marker compound and how the difference drug we can get it from with the RF value, and RF value it is going to give the details that the actual chemical constant is present in herbal products or not. So main theme means, that's what I'm trying to answer little bit 2 or 3 lines about the question. Main theme of the question should be covered in your answer first 3 4 line, right? It should not be just means an irrelevant thing you should not write in starting up your answer, right? At least the main point it should indicate, so that the person who is evaluating your answer, they will come to know about this. What is the new drug application? Write about the requirement of NDA, right? So what is NDA? When it is required, that you should write, right? New drug application, whenever the new drug with the research and development has been completed, and the new drug it is about to launch for the, so the particular person or body has to apply for the application for the approval to the governing body. Like that you need to write in a flow, that right, write about the requirement of what are the basic requirement in the sense, what are the documentary requirement here. Documentary requirement, you need to submit about drug name, drug profile, drug obtained from which natural source, how the modification has been done, what kind of animal study, and all those things it is there in the pro pharma, that you can go through and study properly. So don't write other requirements here. The name is ND, application requirement. NDA is what? Application. For the application, what are the required things? When you are applying for a scholarship, what you need? PAN card, Aadhaar card, these, that, like that. Okay, fourth one, explain the export registration for pharmaceutical requirements. Discuss the role of Ayush and the Drug and Cosmetic Act provision, right? So export registration, it will be for many things, right? From the small plastic applicants, or the sanitizer, or mobile phone, or any shirt, computer, laptop, whatever it is, every products we need to need the requirement for the registration. But when it comes to the pharmaceutical drug, because these are the useful for therapeutic purpose, right? It may have the side effect, it may have the adverse drug reaction, it may have the allergic reaction, many things happen. So when you are applying for export registration, what are the things you need to have, what are the justification you have to give to the body, the theme, what is the role of ayush, because ayush only looking after the herbal products, right? And drug and cosmetic act provision, what they have told, what they have given, that point should cover in your answer. At least if you don't know about the what the thing has been asked in question, that should come in your heading, and you try to write according to your heading. Try, just try at least. So that's what reading is very important. If you have gone through the reading and proper authentic materials, if you have read out, you will be having something information in your unconscious mind, so that if on the day of exam, on the exam, if you will recall, you will extract some information that you can write it out. Coming to the last unit, that is the fifth unit, uh, three questions I could extract, that discuss WHO guidelines on safety monitoring of herbal medicines, right? So you can sort out what are the guidelines for safety monitoring by WHO in 4 5 lines, right? Then you can elaborate in the exam if you have stuck with this kind of question. Second question, write the comparisons of different famous herbal pharmacopoeia, right? So different herbal pharmacopoeia, it is available worldwide in European pharmacopoeia, British herbal pharmacopoeia, Indian herbal pharmacopoeia. So what is the difference, what the things they have compiled, so you just you have to write in that flow, so that you can compare it uh, along with the Indian herbal pharmacopoeia. Third one, how the chemical, see, this kind of question will be asked with how, what, how, why, like that. When it, how the chemical and biological markers are helpful in standardization of herbal products, right? So here you have to write in a that way, so that you will be able to justify that chemical constituents, chemical means chemical marker means chemical constituents, if they are there in the herbal products, and you are having one reference marker, so if you will go to the chromatography, you will be able to find out the RF value, no? Then you will come to know that this is particular, the strychnine is there in the nux vomica seed, or nicotine is there in tobacco leaf, or reserpine is there in Raulfia root. So that's what chemical markers, chemical or biological markers are the identical or landmark or the identity of that particular herbal materials, which will tell about their unique identity. That's what, right? So you have to write in that flow, so that your answer will be fulfilled, right? So here I want to give at last some tips for the study of this quality control and standardization of herbals, right? First of all, you should know about the governing body mentioned in your syllabus, like what is IUS, what is WHO, what is ICH, what is the European medical medicine agencies. So uh, you should know something background about those organization, where it is, what for they working, if you are having little bit basic idea also, and however they will modify, they will round up the questions, you will be able to answer, you will not fluctuate, right? At least full form, at least you should know. Be clear with the full form of all abbreviations, like GMP, CGMP, the good agriculture and cultivation practice, or right, this all the things you should know what is the full form, because full form, if you know the maximum line you can write from your uh, by knowing the full form, right? Should know the objective of all the particular topics, organization like WHO, ICH, any governing body like IUS, and or any proceedings like good manufacturing practice, good agriculture practice. What are the objectives? Why it is there in your syllabus? Why it is there? What is the intention? That should be there, 3 or 4 line. in your mind so that you can design your answer in a that way, right? Highlights the main keywords in your answer related to the questions. What exactly has been asked? See, filling the one, two page or three page, it is not the, it should not be the intention. Whether you are touching the main point or not, of course you have to fill, you know, the gentoo pattern to for the correction and all those things, but then also, at least for your confidence, if you will highlight the main keywords, you will feel that the previous answer I have written well, so this answer definitely I am going to write well. So you will not fluctuate from the main point, and you will get the confidence while writing the questions answer. Okay, try to be specific when it is basic test for drugs. Don't try to design the test when you are writing in 2 ml of the test sample, adding 10% of hydrochloric acid. So instead of hydrochloric acid, don't write NaOH or don't write any other chemical. So in that case, whatever the drug you are choosing to write the basic test, you have to be specific. That's what you just write in the plus plus formula what I told you, and already it is there in the lectures. Don't write wrong examples in your answers, right? When you don't know about example, because when you are writing examples, here it automatically it will be highlighted. You are giving the colon, you are giving the dash, or you are giving something, the uppercase letter, which will be attracting the evaluator ki what has been written there. So if you are very specific, you should write the right examples only. Highlights the headings while writing. Whatever according to your questions, you can highlight the headings, underline the headings, or you can keep the bold. What is your writing style, so writing skill, accordingly you can highlight, so that you can attract the evaluator towards what you want to project exactly to fulfill your answer. Give the number in points instead of giving the bullets. Generally, what is the, already I told you in the class also, generally what is the habit, you people, you are giving the arrow marks, or you're giving the dots, you're trying to give the bullets, right? So instead of giving that, you write down, let it be less number, let it be less number. These kinds of things you should not give. These are the called the bullets, right? You should give the numbers like this, 1 2 3, like that number. If you are giving, no, let it be 3 only, let it be 4 only, but it will be specific, right? Don't write much irrelevant thing in your answer, right? I have used here much word, right? So much irrelevant means something you can write, because all the objectives, WHO guidelines related to herbal drugs, so some many things it is matching with each other. And to increase your points or numbers, you can write, you can design the some things there while writing, because since it is descriptive answer or subjective subject, so you can write something which is little bit relevant, but it should not be completely. If you are talking, if you are writing about the car, don't immediately start writing about the aeroplane or cycle, right? You write about the car only, different models of the car or different these things. So that's what, like that you can go through, right? So here there are some tips and some important question we discussed about the quality control and standardization of herbs. These questions are definitely going to help you, right? So you just prepare according to that, and have idea.